Start a t-shirt business. My name is Ryan Rafalke. I've been with the company for just a little over 2 years now, and I'm an inside sales representative. Throughout the presentation, we definitely encourage you to ask any questions that you might have. Simply chat in the chat box there. We do have some representatives here answering questions. If for whatever reason your question is not addressed, we also have an email at info@transferexpress.com, and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions later. So for today's agenda, we're going to be going over just a few legal details about starting a business, talking about your one financial investment, the biggest investment that you need to make to start a t-shirt business, what you need to do once you've made the sale, and a marketing plan, as well as pricing. So to go over the legal details, and again, this is just kind of an overview. We are by no way stretch of the imagination tax advisors, so you definitely want to contact a tax advisor for legal advice. But just basic information, we first of all recommend to obtain a reseller's license, business license. Reseller's license is going to allow you to buy wholesale without paying tax. So, example, you're not going to be paying taxes on your qualified purchases. So to get started, you need to find your state tax department. For example, someone based in the state of New York would go to New York State Tax Department, or the New York State Department of Taxation and Finance, either online, by phone, or in person, and fill out the appropriate form. You can also find some great information with links to who to contact in each state by going to the web address we have listed at the bottom here under salewho.com. So again, step one would be obtaining a tax identification. You'll need to collect tax from your customers. So you'll get a federal tax ID. That's an employer identification number, an EIN, is also known as a federal tax identification number, and it's used to identify a business entity. It costs nothing to apply for an EIN, and it can be registered online. And in most cases, most vendors will require a tax ID before conducting business with a retailer. Choosing your business name. So if you use any name for your retail business other than your own personal name, you'll need to file the appropriate paperwork. Some business licenses include a business name registration. Others require a separate registration or DBA, doing business as certificate. So with choosing your business name, you can be as creative as you'd like. So some examples would be incorporating important places or people in your life, even your own personal name, favorite colors, what it is that you want to sell. So if you're focusing solely on t-shirts, something tees. Could be caps and more if you sell caps, etc. Any special hobbies that you might have as well. Places you've lived, mantras or quotes that you live by, dates or numbers with personal significance, and search for your potential name at the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. So you can actually double check to make sure your name that you come up with is not in existence. So you can also use namecheck.com to see if the domain and social media sites are available. And again, you can be as creative as you'd like to. So the number one investment in becoming an apparel decorator, whether it be t-shirts, hoodies, caps, whatever it is, the number one investment that you can make is going to be your heat press. Things to consider: your budget. So if you plan accordingly, This is a lifetime investment. So you get your best, you get the best that your budget will allow. So for example, if you have $100 budget, you can go on to Amazon.com and you can buy a heat press. But I'm going to be honest in saying that the press is going to be rather inaccurate and it's going to be unreliable. You basically get what you pay for. I've seen them as inexpensive as $49 online with multiple attachments. That's more of a crafting press. So there's a reason why they're so cheap online like that. You also have to take into consideration the space that you're going to be using. So a clamshell that opens up like a clam might use a little bit less space than a swing option like we have pictured here on the left, which is the Hotronics Fusion that can swing 180 degrees towards or 90 degrees towards the right. Also, is it going to be staying in a store, or are you going to be taking it with you to events? So if you're just going to be leaving it at one location, whether or not you're going to be able to carry it with you, putting it on a cart, taking it with you. So weight options, things like that will also be in play here too. So the most important three things that you need with the heat press are the proper temperature, the proper pressure, and the proper time. And preferably having all three of these things displayed on your electronic readout. So for example, the Hotronics brand that we sell here, they do all have a temperature, pressure, and time readout. Pressure is really, really big. About 80% of transfer problems are relatable to inaccurate pressure. The average pressure is going to be considered medium to firm, which is 60 to 80 pounds per square inch. When you are using a heat press, it's measured in increments of multiples of 10. So for example, if it's level 6, that's a 60 pounds per square inch. We have a lot of customers that assume in the beginning that they can just simply use an iron, and there's nothing further from the truth with that, because there's no way to determine what pressure level you are at with an iron, as well as the proper temperature. You don't really know, have no idea. You could use a temperature gun, but again, still no clue really. And of course, there's no timer on an iron. If you are interested in the Hotronics brand, you can definitely find it at transferexpress.com under our heat press section. And we do have a video online as well. If you go to our, where you can search at the key search, you can type in Hotronics versus imports. And we have about a 9.5 minute video where we actually cut in half our heat press and our competitors to show you what's on the inside. And I can promise you it will definitely be an eye-opener to see what's out there versus what we're offering today. So choosing your market, you have lots of options out there. Probably the biggest one out there today is just local businesses, promotional items, tourist souvenir items, retail fashion, schools. You can do bands, sports boosters, cheerleading, dance, whatever it is within a school system, organizations, civic groups, Rotary clubs, special interests, athletic. You can get into teams, really big business with teams, leagues, tournaments, any sport you can imagine. Government services, so your EMT, fire department, police, Army, and special events like concerts, festivals, reunions, just about anything you can imagine where somebody might need a custom design for apparel. You can definitely, there's so many markets out there, so sky's the limit. So some of the tips on marketing your business. You could use social media, obviously Facebook, Instagram, the rest of them. You can consider on-site printing at events. That's a really big one now. I don't know how many times I go to an event and I don't see a t-shirt company there. I don't see anybody printing on demand. A lot of opportunity today for that. So taking your heat press with you, setting up a shop, giving them options. When you send in your deliveries, you can actually have reorder forms in there. So the customer has a way of getting back with you and, reordering what they had, or maybe ordering something different, give them your website, etc. Printing custom shirt tags. This is something that a lot of customers, when they first start off, they really don't think too much about it, but it is a huge, huge way of advertising your business. Anytime somebody sees that person walking down the street with your t-shirt, they could say, where'd you get it? They could look on the back of the tag, and there it is, the name of your business, your phone number, your web address, and washing and drying instructions as well. So a lot of our customers, what they'll do is they'll buy these apparel, the blank apparel with tearaway tags, and then they can order from us custom labels. And for example, if you have a 2-inch by 2-inch label, we can actually screen print 20 of those on one sheet. So incredibly inexpensive when you look at the per image pricing. And we'll get into pricing a little bit here. Also, another way of marketing is just giving the group organizer that you, when you set up shop, a thank you gift. So free t-shirt, hoodie, whatever that you might think would be an appropriate thank you gift. And we do actually have a webinar that we did in August of 2019. So definitely go on to our past webinars. And this one is about marketing your business at transferexpress.com/webinars. And, just to kind of go back about the events situation, I did have a customer recently that had purchased an old truck, like a food truck, and they converted it into a heat printing truck. So they're able to drive to different events. My one customer in particular goes to automobile races. So they're taking this truck with them, and inside the truck, they have a heat press, they have a cap press, and they brought their own vinyl cutter. So they're actually able to go to these races, set up shop on the side of the racetrack there, and people come in flocks and buy their favorite racer's shirt. So they give them like 3 to 5 different designs. Customer comes up and says, I want a double XL black hoodie with number 3 transfer. And they're just heat printing right then and there without having to worry about going to a screen printer, and whatever doesn't sell, they're stuck with. So major, major, major inventory control that they have over those blanks that they don't press. A new tool that we actually just came out with that can definitely help with marketing your business is the Stalls Spirit Sale. This is an online ordering system. So essentially, it's a tool that lets you build online stores for your customers. You can set up shops, manage orders, schedule production from a central location. So very, very easy to set up. It does connect to Transfer Express and Stalls Fulfillment. So you're able to actually use our online design software that we'll get to in a little bit and incorporate this in with your online stores. Now, there is an annual fee of $599 currently, which is about $50 a month, a little bit shy of that. But in comparison to the competition out there, it's a lot less expensive. I've talked to customers that are paying $200 a month on average. So saving them $150 a month, definitely a great idea. Also, with the Stalls Spirit Sale, we do not charge for a commission of what you sell. We also do not charge any additional credit card fees as well. So there are sites out there, if you look at e-commerce, that are collecting a small percentage of what you sell, and they're also collecting a small percentage of what you're charging on the credit card side too. So again, Stalls does not do that. What's also nice too is if you have fundraisers, for example, or different events for schools, you can create a start date and end date for that particular store. It's good for schools, local businesses, restaurants, hospitals, police, fire, etc. So again, a lot of opportunities here for marketing your business. So with pricing, a lot of people ask, how do I get a selling price? So one thing that we do is we take a look at the average cost of a shirt, and we multiply that times 2, and that usually equals out to be the selling price. So it's going to vary by market and product, brand popularity, or the capacity of your shop. So we have a little formula there: cost plus percentage of desired margin equals the selling price. So to the right there, we have kind of an example. So in this situation, the shirt cost $2.14. The transfer cost $1.99. Shipping was about 80 cents, and labor was deemed at 17 cents. We have factored in overhead in there as well. The electricity you're using, 77 cents. So the total cost for this particular shirt in this example here, now they can be less than this, was $5.87. A lot of my customers, they say on average they're spending between $4 and $5, which is pretty comparable on for all their costs that they're paying out of pocket. However, when you factor in selling that shirt for $20, you're profiting $15. You sell it for $25, you're profiting more, so $20. So again, the amount of money that you're making off this can be a lot larger than what you're putting into it. So when you are ordering transfers from Transfer Express, we have two different price points. We have what's called Easy Prints pricing, and then we have our Easy Prints Plus pricing. So the top section here, Easy Prints, is if you're using our artwork. So we'll get into that in a minute, but we do have a really large selection of templates and clip arts, and if you use ours, you are spending less money. So on average, you're saving about $25 on each order by using Easy Prints. So rule of thumb is, let's say if you're ordering a one color transfer, you're ordering 50 of them, it's about $2. It's $2.03 per sheet. Now the sheets are 11.25 inches by 14, and we are able to gang images. We'll get into that in a moment. So again, don't focus solely on the per sheet pricing. Look at the whole picture of how much am I going to get per image on that sheet. So with the custom artwork, though, that's when you're uploading your own artwork, and we take just about any file type. If you can see it, we can print it. You're looking at about $2.53 per sheet on the 50 quantity mark there, 50 to 74. So about 50 cents more than if you're using our Easy Prints. So with our free online designer called EasyView, and again, it's free. We don't ever charge an annual subscription fee. There's no monthly subscription. The only requirement is that you purchase from us once every 6 months to maintain continuous access. So I hear sometimes where the customer hasn't, maybe made a purchase for 6 months and they get locked out, but we will, as a courtesy, extend a 48-hour extension. Simply call us or email us at info@Transfer Express. We'll be more than happy to give you an extension so you can create your artwork and place your order. Now, it is preloaded with over 7,000 layouts, and each one of these layouts is customizable. So you're able to go in and you can choose what layout it is, whether it be for a baseball team, a football team, police department, whatever it might be, a class reunion, and you're able to choose the colors. You're able to add clip arts. You're able to add different fonts and different styles, and change the background with special effects, all kinds of stuff. It's preloaded with over 10,000 clip arts, and we are always adding more. It's organic, so these are not stagnant numbers here. And we do take customer advice. So if you happen to go to this website and try out our EasyView Designer, if there is not a clip art that you wish we had, please let us know. Send us an email at info@transferexpress.com. Give us a call, and we'll be happy to take your suggestion. Our art team does meet weekly based on customer suggestions, and we do add clip art all the time that the customer suggested. Really easy to use. You can see what the design will look like on the item that you're going to be decorating. So we do have what's called Apparel share. That's not shown in this particular example here, but at the lower right-hand corner of where that pumpkin is, there is a little button that says Apparel share. If I click on that, it will actually show me what it's going to look like, and I can choose the garment type. I can select my model, and then I can email that proof to my customer. What's also nice is I can put a watermark on this as well, which will prevent anybody else from taking that idea to a screen printer and having it done. So it'll have my name of my business on there. Incredibly easy to set up, and you can see what fits. You're able to go in and you're able to manipulate the sizing. Pricing is available there on the right-hand side as well. It's not shown in this picture, but again, we'll have pricing, live pricing. Possibilities are endless. Like there are literally, if we were to sit down and say, how many designs do you have or how many options? I mean, it's limitless if you really think about it. What's also nice, if you're not into using our designer and you're doing custom artwork, you can still use our artwork and include that on your page. You can go ahead and say, I want to add some shamrocks or whatever it is, and we can fill that gang sheet. And we'll talk about that in a little bit here. All right. So again, we sell by the sheet. Optimize the value by filling the sheet. Okay, so we have a couple different options here. We've got our screen printed or plastisol ink. That's going to be in our real popular names like Goof Proof, for example. We've got a whole bunch out there that are real popular: Goof Proof, Hot Split, Elastiprints, and you can learn more about that on our website. But those size of sheets are 11¼ inches by 14 inches. So whatever I can fit on that sheet will constitute one page. So in the example here on the left, we had a big L for Lancaster for a school, for example, and we're able to put 12 of those on one sheet. So if I look at the per sheet pricing versus the per image pricing, the per image is a lot less. So again, don't get stuck on the per sheet, look at the per image price. Our stretch litho ink, which is a full color and amazing formula that we actually just released, a brand new formula called Stretch Litho Matte, and that it can incorporate all the colors in the rainbow, all the details, the gradient changes, photographs, high-level detail photographs, whatever it might be, custom art. Send it our way. We'll be happy to give you a quote. But those sheets are 11¼ inches by 14 inches as well. So again, we're able to gang images. So I could hypothetically have a gang sheet with 6 different images, and they could have, one image could have 5 colors, the next image could have 10 colors, I could have 1 color, they could have all the detail in the world, and I can still gang those in my stretch litho sheets. Our AquaTrue is our water-based ink. This is a very versatile formula. It goes on nylon, spandex, lycra, incredibly stretchy. Those sheets are 12 inches by 19, so you're able to gang more, but they do have a 50 sheet minimum currently. So, but again, when you look at the per image pricing and what I can gang for AquaTrue, and especially if I'm selling to sports teams that are requiring decorating Under Armour or a yoga studio with yoga pants, real stretchy, they're willing to pay a little bit more because they're getting a higher end garment. So AquaTrue might be a better idea for those kind of garments. On the right-hand side here, we were able to gang sheet several images. We had the Romano Lake House. We're able to put that as like a front image on the front of a shirt. We could add the staff there for maybe a left chest piece. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a whole bunch on there. We even had a little saying there: "Life is better at the beach." So again, whatever you can fit on this page will constitute a gang sheet. And again, there's no extra cost for adding artwork to this sheet. So you have the space, we're printing the sheets, you might as well use them. And even if you don't use the transfer today, save it for later. And you can use it later and, again, make money down the road for that. So with Apparel, Transfer Express is a one-stop shop. We not only do we sell the machinery that you might need for the heat press, the screen printed transfers, we also sell apparel. So you don't need to go anywhere else. You can go right to Transfer Express. We'll take care of everything that you need for your business. We carry a really big array of apparel. We have American Apparel, Gildan, Hanes, Fruit of the Loom, jerseys, Nike, Augusta Sportswear, really big one, Russell, Holloway. Those are just to name a few. We have a lot more than's listed here. Lots more. The apparel does ship separately from 8 different warehouses we have located across the country. The nice thing is, though, if you happen to order over $300 worth of apparel, you do get free shipping. Oftentimes, I've talked to customers that have received their apparel the very next day. Incredibly fast turnaround time. So really, really fast. And again, we sell t-shirts, sweatshirts, youth sizes, polos, knits, sportswear, ladieswear, accessories, activewear. We even have a section for babies as well. So there's, onesies, for example, are on there. Leggings, we sell leggings too. So just about anything you can think of in outerwear, workwear, safety vests. So definitely check out our apparel section at transferexpress.com. So when you are ready to place an order, definitely give us a call. You can call us, you can email us when you have a question, whether it be for transfers, heat press accessories, heat presses, apparel. We are here to help. Our dealer services team is available from 8 a.m. until 10 p.m. Monday through Friday Eastern Standard Time. And we do have a live chat feature as well. So want to thank everybody for attending. We're definitely here to help you grow your business. You can email us at info@transferexpress.com. Highly encourage you to read and subscribe to our blog. We've got a ton of videos from previous webinars on there. Check out our website at transferexpress.com. You can visit us at trade shows. We go to about 20, 25 trade shows across the country every year. And connect with us on social media as well. Facebook, we're on there. If you give us a call, again, we are here at 8 a.m. until 10 p.m. Monday through Friday Eastern Standard Time. And our live chat feature is available from 7:30 a.m. until 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the email at info@transferexpress, that's available all the time, 24/7. And we do answer the emails even on Sundays. So again, I want to thank everybody for attending. If you have any additional questions that weren't answered, please send us an email at info@transferexpress.com. And we look forward to you attending the next webinar. Thank you so much.